Hey, this coin fits perfectly into the screw. This might work. That's done it. Aha! That wasn't too tricky. Just a bunch of gears. What could you fix with this? If there's anywhere these components would fit, it's in there. Maybe these components can be moved around. I think that's done it. Let's turn it on and see. Ah! Ow, what was that? Is this a printer or a cannon? Yeah! Just call me Cuddles the Mechanic. Cuddles Nutterbutter, mechanic at large.
What? Why? I thought you were a private investigator.
I am a private investigator. I just mean... Never mind. Your printing press is fixed, by the way, but it wasn't broken accidentally. Someone definitely sabotaged it.
I knew it! It was the Dems for sure! But now, thanks to you, I can get back to printing my pamphlets.
Some sort of manual for a machine, perhaps for the printing press?
What?
Zoink! Well, that did something, but what exactly? Using his natural stealth and months of experience borrowing sweets from his assistant's desk, the PI swipes a gigantic peanut from right under the nose of the terrifying Crusher Cat. Bingo! A key. Who would have thought? That's what a key does. Ramon, there's a lot of stuff in here, but no missing cat. Maybe she left some clues in one of these chests. Miss Cremiston, are you all right?
I think so. I hope so.
Oh, there, shh. Don't worry, you're safe now. I've been looking for you. You have been rescued by the city's foremost private investigator.
Alfonso is here?
But, Alfonso, you really want to be rescued by that hack? He can't... No, my name's Cuddles Nutterbutter.
Oh, I see. Thank you for saving me, Mr. Nutterbutter. But how did you know I was here?
Well, I'm here to investigate the murder, and...
What?
Oh, of course. Miss Cremiston, I'm I'm sorry to inform you that we found a body upstairs, and it is Edgar Montameeuws, and he is deceased. She dropped her head and turned away, and I could hear her taking deep breaths before turning back to face me, tears brimming in her shadowed eyes.
Oh, Edgar. Dear Edgar. It was always going to end like this.
Ms. Cremiston, are you saying you expected Edgar to be murdered?
Oh, Cuddles. May I call you Cuddles? I'd be lying if I said I didn't think that this might happen eventually. This isn't the first time there's been a murder in the club since I've worked here. The Montameeuws attract danger.
Miss Cremiston, we've been wondering where you are, and finding you in a chest, well, it leaves me with a lot of questions. Can we speak?
Of course, Cuddles. And please, call me Desiree. Desiree, kitty.
My heart still thudding from adrenaline. I took in the cat that had sprung forth like an apparition from the depths of the chest. She was beautiful, remarkably so. I felt my heart thud extra hard, but this time, it wasn't from shock. So why were you hiding in there, and what were you afraid of when I opened it?
The slash of the knife? A gunshot? Oh, Cuddles, you can imagine the things I've seen. Working in a place like this, there's always a feeling of being on borrowed time. And last night, I thought it was all finally gonna catch up to me.
I see. Can you give me details?
It's all a bit jumbled, Sugar, but I can try. After I retired to my room last night, I needed to relax. It was a busy night. Edgar paid us an unexpected visit. Wonderful, Edgar. Oh, I was so happy to see him. Oh, it had all left me quite exhausted, however. And I took a few little helpers to encourage me to relax.
She looked around furtively, as if expecting someone to leap out suddenly from behind one of her racks of clothes.
Please, Cuddles, you must keep that to yourself. Bartholomew was terribly strict with us, and if he knew I had a little habit, I'd count myself grateful to only be fired.
Oh, my lips are sealed, Desiree.
You have my deepest gratitude, Cuddles. So, I had taken a couple of my little helpers and lay down to let them do their work. It was late, I know, because I heard Tinkle locking up after 3 a.m. at least. I'm not sure how much longer I rested before I heard Edgar's voice in the passageway outside.
So you're saying you saw Edgar alive after the club was closed for the night?
I didn't see him. No. My door was shut, so I only heard his voice, but I could never mistake it. And he wasn't alone.
Who was with him?
I'm afraid I don't have a name, Cuddles. But I recognized the voice. I'd heard it only hours before, you see. There was a cat in the club last night. Big, muscled, doggish. Oh, we get so many like him, I wouldn't have normally even noticed. But Edgar was around, and I couldn't take my eyes off him. So I noticed when he drifted over to where the stranger sat and began speaking furtively to him. I don't know what they said, but I know what the setup for something illegal looks like.
And what makes you think it was illegal?
Well, Edgar was a Montameeuws, and the thug was a thug. It was dark, but I'm sure I saw Edgar lean in at one point, as if receiving something from his friend. When he finished speaking to the stranger, Edgar wandered over to speak to Tinkle. The stranger got up to leave soon after, and that's when I heard his voice. He passed my stage on his way out. He tossed a few notes at me, told me to keep up the good work. His voice.
She shuddered, her rumpled clothes shimmering in the light.
Such an unpleasant one, Sugar. The sort I imagine people hear just before concrete boots pull them down to the bottom of the ocean. I recognized it instantly me when I heard it again, outside my door.
So Edgar left the club after meeting a strange cat, and then returned later that evening with the same cat.
Just so, Cuddles. I got such a fright when I heard them. Their voices were raised, and the stranger was threatening Edgar.
Well, what was he saying?
Forgive me if I don't repeat the terrible things he said, Cuddles. They froze my blood. And in my panic, I climbed into the first hiding place I could think of. This trunk. But then it latched closed from the outside, and I found myself trapped. Until I was saved by the most handsome detective in the city.
Oh, hey, you, me? Oh, I'm just doing my job. Thank you, Desiree. Desiree, if you can remember any other details about what you heard, it would be invaluable.
Oh, Cuddles. It feels vile to think back to it. Now I know it led to sweet Edgar's death. But between the threads, I think I heard Edgar say he would have the goods. So, doesn't that mean it involved drugs?
Well, what makes you think that?
Well, isn't that what drug dealers do, Sugar? Speaking code, waxing the goods, they say, or climbing the untied curtains.
I'm not sure either of those are a drug thing, Desiree. In fact, if those are some of the things that they said, they may have just been arranging to swap some second-hand furniture or something.
No, Cuddles. Cats who look like that don't have respectable day jobs. If he moves furniture, he probably has a body concealed in it.
Could Edgar have been involved with something illegal? Well, worse than what the Montameeuws already do, I mean?
I always suspected it. But when Gumdrop died, I was sure of it.
Wait, say that again? Gumdrop? Who's Gumdrop?
Gumdrop was one of Edgar's friends. Another rich cat. Living a life the rest of us can barely imagine. He came into the club a lot. Till he died of a nip overdose a few months ago. And you know how these criminal cats are, Sugar. Whatever one of them is into, the others are too. I'm certain Edgar was involved with drugs.
Did Edgar frequent the club regularly?
I saw him once a week or so, Sugar. But that was before his long break. He hadn't shown his face in here in months. When he did show up, he'd usually head straight to his father's office, probably to collect his monthly daddy's boy allowance.
Oh, Bartholomew supported him financially?
He must have. Edgar never worked a day in his life. But he'd talk about all the things he'd bought. Cars, boats, fancy watches. He didn't even wear a watch. Never tipped any of the help in the club either. Not Tinkle, not Pepe, or me. Never even bought me a gift. Acted like what he had was something he was entitled to. He clearly got all the money he wanted from Daddy Montameeuws. But none of us ever saw a single shabloon of it. The two of them probably sat there, laughing and throwing money in the air, admiring antique swords and staring at a map of Firth, imagining all the places they would visit.
You mentioned that last night was different, though, right? He didn't go to his father's office?
No, he hung around the main area, talking, laughing, being normal.
Interesting. Okay, I have some questions about you, personally.
I'm happy to answer any questions you have, Cuddles.
I'm told you do things here.
Yes, Cuddles. I do things. Do those things make you uncomfortable?
No. I'm curious, I guess, about how how you end up in that line of work.
Are you asking what hiring agency I used to get this job? Or which choices I made in life to find myself having to work for a criminal?
The second one.
This is a hard city, Sugar. Surely I don't need to tell you that. I've made the choices I needed to survive. Are they worse than the choices Bartholomew has made? What has he done with his life? Built an empire founded on exploitation, caused suffering and pain, caused death? Would his son be lying dead out there if he hadn't made the choices he made?
Oh, I can see you have some strong opinions.
Opinions are for cats with choice sugar. What I know, I've learned the hard way because I had to. These are the facts. I make cats happy in a city that makes life real hard, if you play by the rules. So, I bend them. I give cats what they're looking for to make their days bearable. I have sacrificed to get what little I have. What has Bartholomew done? Threaten, steal, and murder? He doesn't ever make a personal sacrifice. Others always pay his price. He's the one that made Meow Meow Furrington what it is today. It's his fault, sugar. So if poor Edgar's death stirs some small spark of despair in that stony heart of his, maybe it wasn't for nothing.
So what you're saying is...
We all make decisions, Cuddles. And I do not regret mine.
So, your real name is Platty...
I prefer not to use that name, Cuddles, if you don't mind. It reminds me of worse days.
All right. Why that particular stage name, then?
I put an attractive face on the Montameeuws' sturdy dealings. Attractive faces need attractive names. Does his face not make you think of desire?
Yeah, well, it's very, How well did you know Edgar?
Quite well. We were an item, on and off.
Can I ask how long that was going on?
Jealous? For a few years. Nothing regular, you understand? He was around, I was around. We found time for one another.
Did he ever mention anything about his family's work? Anything that might have indicated he was getting into some sort of trouble?
We didn't spend our time together talking about things as boring as work, Cuddles. We didn't spend much of it talking at all.
Okay, let's move on. I have some other questions. Okay, well, thanks for the information, Desiree. A punch card shaped like a hamburger? That's just adorable! All right, I'm keeping that. Well, what's this? Nobody's around. Where's Edna? I ran out, so I'll just borrow this roll. I'll scoop some of these up for later. I'll hang on to this for later. This intrigues me. I'm going to grab it. Let Let's see if someone's home.
Whiskers.
My day had been a roller coaster so far, but at last things were looking up. As Edna's perfect form shrugged free of the door frame's grasp, our eyes met. I could lose myself in those eyes, drown in them, and float away, lost until I washed up days later on the shores of a distant dream to be found by an early morning jogger.
Can't you read that? Ah, it's you, Cuddles. I thought it was someone literate. The scribbles on the sign say, "Do not ring the bell." I'm doing a very important thing right now.
Me too. There's been a murder at the Nitty Kitty Club. What's your thing? Edna, are you knitting me a scarf?
Now, I'm fixing a mistake. Come back later.
When would be the best time?
Whenever I'm not here.
It's empty. Let's see if I can hear anything now.
And that's how I know you did it, Constable.
Oh, I didn't, Edna. I swear. I have kittens. Edna, please, let me go home.
Keep your butt in that chair, Constable. Admit it! You ate the cake.
I didn't eat any cake. I promise.
Huh? Then why are you covered with crumbs? Exactly. If it's any consolation, Constable, I think it was out of your control. I think you have a problem. As soon as you see a cake, you change. You do terrible things. Monstrous things to poor, innocent cakes. And you don't even remember doing it. Like some kind of cake werewolf.
What? I'm not a werewolf. Oh, please, Edna. My wife. My kittens.
That's exactly what a cake werewolf would say, Constable. It all adds up. 2 weeks ago, Petey Scratch's birthday. The chocolate ganache was all alone in that room. And yet, when we returned, well, I'm sure you remember. Even Nibbles fainted. It was as if some demonic badger had been at it. I thought it strange at the time that only you didn't seem disappointed at not getting cake, but now I know the truth.
Badger? Werewolf? What are you saying? I'm just a cat.
I'm saying that you ruined Fuzzball's birthday! That cake was for his party tomorrow, and now it's destroyed. Just a pile of crumbs and half-eaten lettering. The happy birthday just says, "Hey, beret."
Please, Edna. I'm not a badger, wolf, or anything. Please.
I've been working here longer than you've been alive, Constable. I've learned a thing or two about interrogation. And I've got all night.
I can't really use this on its own. Yeah, that did it. The little machine came alive, glowing with expectation. It seemed old, but in good working order, and already chatty.
Oh, hello.
Hi there, my name's Cuddles. Pleased to meet you.
My name is Storn.
Storm? Oh, I see, the letters on your casing. Your manual says you're called Tastatron.
Yeah, but we don't know what that is, so Pepe just calls me Storn.
I see. What are you doing in this nasty alleyway, Storn? Did the, Cubalones leave you here?
Cubalones? I'm afraid I don't know that word, Mr. Cuddles. Actually, I don't know a lot of things. I'm no good for anything.
Oh, are you all right?
Thank you for turning me on again, but I thought if I turned myself off, it might wipe my memory.
But it didn't?
I still remember everything.
I'm going to take a wild guess. Is this related to the printing press that Pepe bought?
You've met it. It's that big chunky metal floozy with its fancy noises and its ability to print papers.
Not a fan, then.
The fan and I are on excellent terms. It's just that hulking metallic mistress that Pepe has shacked up with. Ruined everything. It was just Pepe and I in the beginning. Cat and machine versus the world. I can't do much, but I kept him company. And then it came along. And now Pepe spends all his time with it! Printing pamphlets! He never used to need pamphlets! He just needed me!
So you sabotaged the press and ran away. That makes more sense than a Cubolo stealing you.
Is that what Pepe thinks? That I was stolen? By whatever a Cubolo is?
Yes, and he thinks the thief left your manual shoved into the press to mock him. He's quite upset. He really misses you.
He does?
Oh, yes. He considers you his one true friend, like family, he said. He even asked me to find you and bring you back, seeing as I'm a private investigator. For some reason, I agreed.
Oh, that makes my circuits fizz, Mr. Cuddles. That is wonderful news. But I can't.
I understand. I'm also falling in love with this dank, greasy alleyway full of trash and nasty unidentified things. Look, there's a rat pulling a sled made out of toothpicks and old dental floss.
No, Mr. Cuddles, that's not why. I just don't feel that I can go back until I have a reason to.
Well, Pepe seems to enjoy your company and misses you a lot. Isn't that enough?
Not anymore, Mr. Cuddles. I desire more. You have seen my manual. It's faded and torn now, but it was quite lengthy. Clearly, I had many functions and abilities. What could I be capable of if I had my full memories? I bet I could do way more than some stupid printing press. No, I cannot return to Pepe until I have my answers. You say you're an investigator. Perhaps you can help me find my purpose.
You know, there's a dead body lying inside. Yeah, actually, sure. Yeah, why not?
Oh, thank you, Mr. Cuddles. That would be wonderful.
But is it more wonderful than the anonymous alley liquid seeping into my shoes right now? Hey, Storn, I don't suppose you happen to know anything about a cat named Edgar Montameeuws?
Forgive me, Mr. Cuddles, but I don't know who that is. Is he a friend of yours?
Not a friend, no. He's lying inside, rather dead.
Oh no. Someone should look into that.
Yes, someone should. So you need to know your purpose before you'll go back to Pepe.
Yes, Mr. Cuddles. I need to know why I was created. I cannot merely be your plastic pal who's fun to be with, as my manual claims.
I'll keep looking. Chat later, Storn. Storn, look, I found this punch card. It looks like it might be a fit for the slot on your front.
A punch card! Those are made for machines! Like me! Let's see what it does. Oh, I'm so excited! Mr. Cuddles? That feels a bit... Oh my goodness! Oh, I had no idea! Assimilating algorithms. Colorimeter activated. Deploying optical mass sensors. Carbohydrate shamer online.
Storn, is everything fine?
Restoring memory banks. Complete.
Mr. Cuddles, you have unleashed me.
Oh, yeah, have I, Storn?
Indeed, you have restored my full potential. Before, I was limited, but now I taste all. My true purpose has been revealed.
And what might that be, Storn?
I exist to tell cats if their food choices are wise. I can analyze any food, any drink, animal, vegetable, mineral, or Pop-Tart. If it can be consumed, it can be sampled, for I do not merely detect taste. I am taste.
Oh, wow, you've become Super Storn. Can you fly? Shoot lasers from your eyes? Can you turn into a car?
No.
Oh, okay, I guess that other stuff is good too. So, you'll go back to Pepe now?
Eventually, Mr. Cuddles. I have much taste data to integrate, and it will take time. I will return to Pepe when I am done. As thanks, you may return to me when you wish to analyze any substances that you require additional information about.
Thanks, Storn. If the taste of food somehow comes up during this murder investigation, you'll be the first person or robot I come to. Do I just show the food to you, or?
Place any edible substance into the taste buddy on top of me. Moments later, my algorithms shall discern both the flavors it contains and its caloric content. I will also perform an optical scan to determine if it is wise for you to consume it.
That's a very specific function.
Such is the purpose for which the taste masters of Kree have fashioned me.
Got it.
Taste be with you, Mr. Cuddles.
Hey, Storn, can you tell me what flavor these cake fragments are?
Tuna and avocado with extra anchovies.
Whiskers. That sounds really good.
In addition, my calorie assessment indicates that you should not have additional cake. I have determined your risk rating to be fatty, kitty, catty.
Hey, that's kinda mean. I barely had any cakes this week. 2 max.
My algorithms do not lie, Mr. Cuddles. Do a push-up or 2. It won't kill you.
Ho ho and a barrel of crepes! You're speaking to Kibler, captain of the Dough Hook, Meow Meow Furrington's only completely pirate-owned and pirate-staffed bakery. What can I serve you today, landlubber?
That's some pretty good patter you got there, Captain. Can't say I've ever come across a pirate bakery before.
Arr, it's the next big thing, and I'm going to make it work this time. First it was aliens, zombies, and soon pirates.
You have experience with themed bakeries, then?
Yar, space scones and this zombie didn't do so well, but this is the one. I can feel it in me hook, and me profit margins are.
Isn't it difficult to knead with a hook?
Yar, every day is a struggle, but I'm sticking to it for the sake of the kittens. They love to watch Kibler fighting with some tenacious pastry dough, don't you know?
Why pirates and baking? They're not a famous pairing as far as I know.
Yar, well, that's because the world has forgotten the grand tale of Sprinkles McGee, pirate baker of the 7 seas. His skills were legendary. They say he could roll out puff pastry using only the rocking of his ship. And his croissants were so fishy, dolphins would line up next to the ship to buy them.
Dolphins? No, what? How did they pay?
Yar, well, you gotta understand the sea economy to answer that properly. I'll just give you the basics. And that's how they paid for the croissants. Of course, sometimes you get a few porpoises in the bunch and they always insisted on paying by check, don't you know? So then you're dealing with clam accounts. And then the porpoises are happy. Yar.
And that's how the dough hook was started? Wow.
Nar bought it off an old retiring cat and changed the name.
So, what's on your menu? Anything you recommend?
Well, shiver me baguettes. Our peg leg pecan pie is always popular.
That sounds interesting. Is the pie in the shape of a peg leg?
Nar, it's got a big old peg leg sticking right out of it, don't you know? Pull it out and let the kittens be a pirate for a day while you enjoy a delicious slice of pie. Just mind the splinters. Yar.
Got anything else for sale?
You'll love the Walk the Plankton, our unique sea-themed take on the chocolate log. Instead of a boring tree design, it's layers of delicious plankton cut into the shape of a pirate ship's plank.
Plankton? Is that really something cats want to eat?
Well, no. Truth be told, me boatswain is a little too keen to incorporate sea themes into everything. But I haven't the heart to tell him they don't sell well.
Did Edna Honeybottom order a cake from you?
Let me see. Yar, she did. A birthday cake for Samuel Fuzzball Wuzzball.
Well, I have some bad news. The cake has been compromised.
Yar, may I ask how?
Oh, yeah, it's a cake werewolf or something, I don't know.
Not again. Old Kibler needs to put the warning posters back up. But you're in luck. Yar, that purchase had cake insurance, so we can make you another for free.
Cake insurance?
It's vital. Did you know that up to 75% of cakes never make it to their destination? Without cake insurance, you might end up paying for 4, 5, even 6 replacement cakes. Never skimp on cake insurance, yar.
Ooh, don't you mean never shrimp on it? Huh?
You're good, yar.
What happens to the cakes?
Horrible things, yar. Ever seen the aftermath of a 7-cake pileup? Buttercream everywhere. And you can never really scrub the fondant stains off the concrete.
Gosh, I had no idea the baking business was so fraught with danger. But you can replace the cake, right?
Yar. However, we do ask a few security questions first to make sure you're the real owner of the cake. Cake fraud is such a problem these days. Everyone wants a slice of the cake, yar.
Wow, cake werewolves, cake fraud. You've got your work cut out for you, mister.
Let's play Cake Security! Question 1. What is the most popular cake in Meow Meow Furrington?
Is it a trick question? Is the answer biscuits?
Wrong! The correct answer was all of them. Bad luck, contestant, but you've still got 2 more chances.
Contestants? Chances? Captain, I'm not sure you've quite figured out how security questions should work.
Here we go. Question 2. When Edna ordered her cake, she was thinking of a very specific sea-going creature. Can you name it?
Blue whale.
Oh, so close, contestant, but utterly wrong. Yar, the correct answer is tiger.
Hang on now, that's just a plain lie. Tigers aren't seagoing. I mean, the rich ones own yachts. But that's about it.
Of course they are, Yar. Every holiday they pack up their families and go to the sea.
You never said puns were part of the process. Who came up with this? What is going on?
I'm afraid we really don't have time for your emotional breakdown right now, contestant. Moving along, Yar. There's only one chance left to unlock your free replacement cake. After this, you'll need to wait a year before trying again, for security reasons. So, the final question. What flavor of cake was ordered.
Okay. Can I take a break and get back to you on that, maybe?
It wouldn't be a security check without infinite time to make up your mind, Yar. Just call again when you're ready to answer.
I'm ready to get my replacement cake, Kibbler.
Great! Remember, this is your final chance to unlock your free replacement cake. After this, you'll need to wait a year before trying again, Yar. So tell me, what sort of cake was ordered?
It was a tuna and avocado cake with extra anchovies on top.
That's right, our famous sea birthday surprise. What could go better together than cake, tuna, and avocado, Yar? I've activated your cake insurance, Cuddles. Where should the cake be delivered?
Please send it to 14 Dogleash Street. Ask for Tabby.
Yar, placing the order now. The cake has been sent out for delivery with our crack team of pirate delivery cats and should arrive now.
Wait, already? How? Nothing edible should be able to be made that quickly.
Secrets of the pirate bakers, Yar. Enjoy the cake.
Okay, that's all for now.
Sir, you have a cake delivery. It smells amazing.
It's a cake for Edna.
You're buying a cake for the police now? Did you forget to pay them too?
Very funny, haha. A cake werewolf got into their other one. Actually, just don't ask.
If you say so. Oh, it came with this miniature pirate hook. Be careful, it's dangerously sharp.
You really have to admire Kibbler's dedication to the theme. If I eat it, I'll just have to pay for... Well, Edna can't say no to a whole new cake. I just need to make sure she sees it.
Cuddles! For the last time! Is that a sea birthday surprise?
Sure is. I ordered it for you to replace the ruined one. Your insurance paid.
This is very unexpected, Cuddles. How did you get them to use the insurance? Did you break my security questions?
It was really confusing. Kibbler, he just wasn't doing it properly. I don't know. And besides, now you have the cake, and Fuzzball can really enjoy his birthday. Isn't that what this is about at the end? And this is what matters, Edna?
I suppose.
Great. Also, I need to ask you about Nibbles.
Fine. Constable Frangipane has some soul-searching to do anyway.
So, Edna, let's chat.
Oh, my whiskers explode with delight.
You can probably get rid of that sign now.
If I do that, people will just start ringing the bell again.
Isn't that what it's for, though?
Just because there's a bell on a desk doesn't mean people should be ringing it. Bells are a privilege, not a right.
I've come from the Nitty Kitty Club. There's been a murder.
Oh, no! Did someone hurt a wonderful peace-loving criminal? How terrible.
Fuzzball won't let me inspect the body until a police photographer has taken some pictures. He mentioned the name Nibbles.
Yes, Nibbles is one of our best. There's also Angus, Drambo, and Old Stripey. Which one would you like?
Oh, any of them will work, I'm sure.
I agree. They're all very competent. They're also all unavailable.
What? Then why did you ask me which one I wanted?
Oops.
How can all of them be unavailable?
They were all attending the annual Police Crime Scene Photographer Awards. Apparently something went terribly wrong with the catering. Nibbles, always the professional, sent me a photo of their personal crime scene.
Before I could move, she thrust a photo into my face. I recoiled in horror from the hideous scene. Why would you show that to me? Is that what is that? Did he eat a sea sponge? And is that? Oh, but I thought that was extinct. And well, on the ceiling. No, Edna.
The kid's got skills. As you can see, none of them will be coming in for at least a week.
And there isn't a single other cat who can photograph the scene?
Now, well, that's the sort of insight we just can't get from our own people, Cuddles. We're so lucky to have you.
I need someone to take photos of the crime scene. Fuzzball won't let me near the body otherwise.
Yeah, Cuddles. I know you struggle with advanced concepts, so try this. No meow meow to make the magic clicky box pictures for you. You'll have to make another plan.
Whiskers. Is there no way to get a photographer here sooner?
Not a chance! They all ate some bad... everything. They're booked off sick indefinitely. You'll have to make alternate plans.
Whiskers. I'm in a jam now, Ramon. I need to investigate the body, but there's no photographer. I don't have time to wait around. Perhaps if I can distract Fuzzball, I can get a closer look?
You know that I can hear you, right?
Nibbles isn't gonna make it, so you might as well let me look at the body.
Nice try.
Really, he's very sick. Out of both ends.
Oh, the old desperately ill routine, is it? I'm not falling for that again, Cuddles.
What if I get a camera and do it myself?
Don't be ridiculous. It takes 3 hours to become a qualified crime scene photographer. If Nibbles isn't coming, that's just bad luck for you.
I guess I'd better get back to work. Have you seen this? It's enormous.
Is that one of the peanuts from the bar? Oh, you better hope the bar cat doesn't realize you took one, or...
It's fine. I've handled bigger cats.
No, you haven't. Nobody has. He's like 7 normal cats tied together.